Let's find a comfortable seat. Ground your pelvis and elevate your spine. So you have these two opposing energies in your body, grounding and elevating. Close your eyes and let's do 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh. One more huge inhale. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top. Exhale completely. Let's enjoy a few rounds of Ujjayi breath. In and out through the nose. As we prepare for our practice, notice what's going on in your headspace. Notice thoughts and feelings. On your next exhale, set them aside and put your attention at the forefront of put your breath at the forefront of your attention. As you connect to the sensation of breathing, you can scan the body. Noticing areas of expansion, maybe connected to the breath. Maybe noticing areas of constriction. And we can redirect the work in our body, noticing those areas that are tense and chronically working, that's what tension is, and redirecting that attention elsewhere, just allowing tension to release from that space. And then check in with that other layer of yourself, your spirit or your soul, and notice that connection. Sometimes it's buried under a blanket. You can't quite feel that connection to something cosmic. I noticed that connection when I saw your faces this morning, and it enlivened my spirit. Perhaps you have a similar sense of connectivity. Check in with your spirit. After your next exhale, blink your eyes open. We're transitioning to tabletop, hands and knees. You can do a little movement for the wrists, preparing for tabletop. When you're ready, come to hands and knees. We'll mobilize the spine, starting with cat and cow. Inhale, extend your tail and crown. Exhale, flex your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Continue on your own breath rhythm. You can continue moving forward and back through flexion and extension, or you can pause in either of those positions. Or you could color outside the lines a little, maybe circling the ribs and moving your head and neck however you like. This is your warm-up, and it's for your spine, so whatever you notice, whatever your spine needs, you can do that movement. Just incorporate your breath as you're moving. And one more time through the breath sequence, inhaling and exhaling. Then return to neutral. We'll do a little opening for our side body. Pivot your right shin out, extend your left leg toward the back of your mat, circle your left arm overhead. Your hips and chest are squared to the left side of your mat. The bottom side oblique is contracting, rib moving toward hip. The top side is extending, rib moving away from hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse the pathway of your arm. Return to tabletop. Second side. Pivot your left shin out, extend the right leg. Circle your right arm up and over, squaring your hips and chest to the right side of your mat. Press into your arm to contract your oblique on the bottom side while you extend the oblique on the top side. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, return to tabletop. Let's do each side one more time. Open up to your left. You're welcome to stay balanced on the foot, knee, and arm, or you can make this a side plank, extending that bottom leg and stacking your feet. Whichever variation you're in, lift the hips so the bottom side is contracting, top side is extending. One more breath in. As you exhale, return to tabletop, knee, and then hand and knee. Second side. Extend your right leg, pivot. Remember, you can balance on the knee or lift the knee and just balance on the hand and foot. Lift the hips up. That helps to engage the bottom side oblique. Another breath in. And a breath out, return to tabletop. Let's do a twist, waking up our upper spine rotation. You can take your left hand to a salute position or make an earmuff with your left hand. Inhale, open your chest to the left. Exhale, bring your left elbow to your right wrist. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. One more time, open. Option to extend the arm, you can circle the wrist or wiggle your fingers. Then thread your left arm under the right. Ear and shoulder come to the floor. Options, yogis. You can extend the left, that's my right arm, forward, or you can wrap your right arm behind your back. Wherever you are, let your upper body melt down. Acknowledge muscles that are working. And on your exhale, allow those spaces to release from effort. Next inhale, return to tabletop. Equal weight on your forelimbs. We'll twist on the second side. Right hand into your salute or earmuff position. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time, open. Option to extend the arm, circle or wiggle. Thread right hand under left, ear and shoulder come to the floor. Left arm can extend forward or wrap behind your back. This pose, once you find the position, you can relax and soften into the shape. There are opportunities to engage the body with energy, and there are opportunities to relax the body or release the body from energy. Be mindful about when you're engaging and when you're releasing. One more exhale to release into this shape. As you inhale, return to tabletop. And a little puppy dog to open up our chest. You can walk your hands forward, maybe coming onto the forearms to let the chest drape, or you can walk your hands forward and balance on the chin or the forehead. Your upper spine is draping toward the floor, extending that upper back. You could balance on your elbows, getting a little tricep stretch. Many variations. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, walk back to child's pose. Hips towards heels. You can widen your knees for this first child's pose. And forehead comes to the floor. Ground your body. The tailbone is grounding, the forehead is grounding, and you're breathing. One more inhale. Long, slow exhale. Child's pose is always available for you. In the middle of your practice, if you need a pause and a reset, you can use child's pose and return to practice as you're ready. Let's build a little more heat in our body with kapalbhati. Come up to a seated position. If you're in child's pose, you can just come up to kneeling with your legs folded underneath you. I'm using a block to support my pelvis. You could sit directly on your heels or on a block. If this isn't comfortable for your legs, you can cross the legs in front. Establish Ujjayi breathing. A slow, rhythmic inhale and exhale. We'll pulse the breath for about 50 pulses, and then exhale fully for Uddiyana Bandha, and then return to Ujjayi breath, long, slow inhales. We'll do 2 rounds of kapalbhati, and kapalbhati finishes with the Uddiyana Bandha belly lock. Here we are. Inhale. Exhale, pulse. Four, three, two, one, blow the air out. Uddiyana Bandha, belly lock. A little internal massage for the organs. When the need is strong, inhale again. Long, slow breath rhythms. Noticing any sensation of lightness or lightheadedness in the body. And noticing as you gradually return from that state, and we'll prepare for our second round. Going for a bit longer as we pulse. Perhaps you hold your Uddiyana Bandha a bit longer. Your pulse can be faster or slower than me, depending on how you feel today. After your inhale, we'll begin. 4, 3, 2, 1, blow the air out. Uddiyana Bandha for as long as you're able. Enjoy the fullness of Ujjayi breath. Notice a change in physical sensation in the body. You may feel that in your head space, maybe in your forehead. As you're ready, blink your eyes open. Come back to tabletop and we'll set up our first downward dog. Spiral your arms into the mat. Bend your knees slightly and pedal through the feet. The arms are very active, supporting your spine. You're mobilizing the leg joints, toes, ankles, knees, and hips while breathing. Inhale and exhale. Then bring your heels toward the floor, finding dynamic stillness. So you're not moving, but the muscles in your body are energetically engaged. Spiraling your arms into the earth helps you widen your back. Bending your knees helps you lift the hips and move your chest toward your thighs. Take another breath in. Look forward, walk your feet to your hands. Stand at the top of the mat. Knees bent, belly resting close to thighs. You're welcome to interlace opposite elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next exhale, release your grip. Bend your knees to engage the glutes. Slowly unfurl your torso. 2 or 3 breaths as you rise to standing. Breathing in and breathing out. First sun salutation. Inhale, sweep your arms above head. Bend your knees as you fold forward. Half lift, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Pause for a moment. Long plank. Gaze forward, breathe in. And breathe out. You can use your knees as you lower chest to the floor. Cobra or Sphinx on your inhale. Exhale, release. Press back to table or plank. Downward dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Widen your upper back. Lots of space for your neck. Spiral your arms. Bend the knees so the hips can lift. Little micro adjustments are happening in this seemingly still posture. Take another breath in. As you exhale, walk your feet toward your hands. Stand at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Bend your knees as you sweep up to standing. Hands return to your heart. Reclaim the breath rhythm for an inhale and an exhale. Round 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. If you choose to jump back, you can. Otherwise, step and lower on the same exhale all the way to low plank chaturanga. Cobra on your next inhale. Downward dog. Breathing as you transition through plank. Inhale and exhale. A little bend to the knees, lots of lift to the hips. Enjoy one more breath in and a breath out. Look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. When you arrive, inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Bend your knees. Sweep up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath. Third round, single breath movement. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. High to low plank as you exhale. Cobra on your next inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Take just one breath in downward dog. Exhale, prepare to bring your feet forward. When you arrive, half lift. And lower. Sweep up to standing, inhale. Hands to the center of your chest. Recover your breath. And you're welcome to separate your feet for a moment. Take your hands behind your back. Reverse prayer if that's available. Otherwise, you could just interlace opposite elbows or gently rest your forearms against one another. Stand here for a moment. With your hands behind you, you can breathe into your back space. Perhaps close your eyes and feel the sensation of expanding into the area behind you. There's a metaphor here in acknowledging what's behind you to move forward, right? We learn from the past, we learn from mistakes. So here we have this metaphorical or an analogy of looking back and moving forward. Another breath in to feel that back space and gently let it go. Moving into our next sun salutation series, we'll go slowly through it. We'll start with shoulder circles, then bring hands to the shoulders to do an elbow circle, then release your hands to do a full arm circle. The next arm circle, lift your right leg. So you're standing on the left leg, long through the body, take another breath in. As you exhale, step back to a lunge. Here, if you choose to use a block, you can place a block under the right hand. Just makes your arm a little longer. You're barely resting on the right fingertips. The spine and the core are supporting your body. Hips stay square to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate to your left. Your chest, the center of your chest is moving toward your left thigh. Gaze can go to your top hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release the left hand, warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Windmill your arms up. Right arm sweeps overhead as you arrive into warrior two. Left leg rotated. Right leg parallel. Both legs are strong. Breathe in. And breathe out. Turn your left palm skyward and reach to the sky. Soften the shoulder, engage through the spine. You're bending your spine to the right. One more inhale. Exhale back through the warrior two shape. Reach slightly forward. Option to place the forearm on your thigh or reach down to the ankle. Other arm moves skyward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another inhale. And exhale. Reach your left arm up to the sky once again. Cartwheel to the floor. Pause. From here, we rock forward and we're coming back to standing on the left leg just like we started. Leading with the crown of the head, you shift forward, kind of shooting up to standing. Left arm lifts it. You can actually lift both arms, and then we'll replace the right leg. So that was one side. Let's try it on the other side. Circle the shoulders. Circle the elbows. Then circle your arms. The next arm circle, you'll lift left leg. Pause for a moment and get stronger down through your right leg. Take another breath in and yield. Soften your body as you step left foot back to a lunge, right foot forward. Option to use the block for the left hand, and you're just barely balanced on that hand, just your fingertips if you choose. Hips are square, breathe in, breathe out, rotate to your right. Here's an opportunity to use effort, using strength in the upper body against the stability in your lower body to create mobility through the spine. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left heel down, Virabhadrasana 2. Left arm sweeps overhead. Inhale. Exhale when you arrive. Inner thigh of the right leg rotates out. Back leg is strong, especially the heel. Reach your right arm skyward. Exhale, stay. Another breath in. Back through Warrior 2. Side angle, reaching slightly forward. Forearm can come to the thigh as left arm reaches to the sky. Another breath in. And a breath out. Reach your right hand to the sky one more time. Back to your lunge, right hand, left hand. Square your body to the floor. You're practicing shifting your weight to the right hip. Leading with the crown of the head, move in one big motion all the way to standing. Breathe in. And breathe out. Replace your foot. Recover the breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that sequence again. We'll add on a little bit. Starting with shoulders, inhale. Do the elbows. Open your arms. And lift your right leg. Take an extra breath here, getting strong through the standing leg. And lunge. Pause here. Strong body, rotate left. Enjoy another inhale. As you exhale, release your left hand, switch arms. The right arm brings you into Warrior 2 as the right heel lowers down. You can put all that together. Left arm to sky. Left arm to ankle, side angle. Breathe into this shape. Change one more time, reach to the sky. Here we'll cartwheel to the floor and pause for a moment. On your right hand, pivot your left foot out and you're lowering your left hip down to the floor. So you're almost touching the hip down, then we're going to lift up again, squeezing the hips together in this side body stretch, outer hip stretch, also perhaps inner thigh stretch, lots going on, and lower down once again. You can look to that back hand. One more time, lift, squeezing your hips, and walk yourself around. Keep your weight on your left foot, drop your hips down. You can flex the right foot. You can lift your torso up. If your heel isn't down, that's okay. If your torso is quite a ways forward or you have weight on your hands, that's also okay. Take another breath in, then walk around back to your lunge. Now we stand up. Shifting your weight forward, big movement to stand, and replace your right foot. So that Skandasana transition, we open up to one side, then we pivot around to the other side, keeping your weight, so my weight is on the left hip here. I keep it on the left hip here, and then I come back to the lunge. So it's kind of all about moving that left hip. Let's try it on the right. Start with the shoulders, elbows, arms, add your left knee. Breathe in, send it to a lunge. Stable body, rotate right. Lower right hand, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale when you arrive. Right arm to sky. Right arm to ankle. Breathe into this shape. Change. One more time. Reach to the sky. Cartwheel to the floor and pause. So we're having the weight on our right foot. Pivot on your right heel. Lower your left hip down, almost touching the outer edge of your hip down to the floor if you can. Then lift up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lift up and crawl around to your right. Keep your weight on your right hip as you lower down. Lifting your torso up, you can maybe use a block to support. You can walk your hands forward and balance on half your weight on the hands. You could have the heel lifted. Take another breath in. Walk back around to your right. Now here you're practicing shifting weight to your right hip to stand up and replace the foot. Breathe in and breathe out. We add on just a balance to the end of the sequence, doing that sequence one more time. If that turned out Skandasana transition doesn't work for you, I encourage you to turn that foot out and just lower your torso down and enjoy a dragon lunge, and then rejoin us to stand up. So you can modify if you choose. Here we are, shoulders, elbows, arms. Add your right leg. Take a breath and feel strong and stable through the body. Lunge. Rotate to your left. Close. Open to the right, warrior two. Exhale, left arm to sky. Inhale. Cartwheel to the floor. Oh, sorry, side angle, breathe in. And now one more time, side, exalted warrior. Here's the cartwheel to the floor. Left hand, right hand. Turn the toe out and you can do the dragon lunge. That's your modification. Or lower your hip down. Inhale the body up. One more time, hips down. This time circle all the way around to your right. If you choose, you can lift your torso up and open to the right. Come all the way around back to your lunge. And here we stand up. Shift your weight forward. And pause. Bring your left hand to the right knee. Sweep your right arm back for a twist. Stable through the body. You're rotating from the core. Last inhale. Exhale, center. Lift your arms once again, then replace your foot. Second side. Shoulders. Elbows. Arms. Add your left leg. Breathe in. Send it back to a lunge. Rotate right. Close. Warrior two. Exhale when you arrive. Right hand to sky. Right hand to ankle. Breathe into your shape. Exhale, change. One more time, skyward reach. Cartwheel to the floor. Optional dragon lunge, or you can turn that foot out. Dragon lunge, you're lowering down. Or taking your side plank variation. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. One more time, hips up. Curl all the way around, facing the left side for Skandasana. Body up. And you can open to the left. Bring your hands all the way around back to your lunge. We're standing up. Right hand comes to the right knee. Right hand to left knee as you circle your body. Breath in and breath out. Last inhale and an exhale. Come back to center and release your foot. Take a breath to reorganize the body. Parsvottanasana. Right foot stays forward, step your left foot back. Your hips are still square to the front edge of your mat. So the back foot is turned out just a few degrees, not totally parallel to the front. The front knee can bend. Inhale, lift up, create space between the ribs and your hips, then lengthen your spine forward over that front leg. Hands can come to the floor and you can drape your spine. Again, that leg is bent at first. Press into your big toe as you pull your hip back. Drawing those 2 points away from each other, you'll get some lengthening action through the back of the knee. Similarly, your hips are reaching back and the crown is reaching forward, so you have a lengthening action through the sides of the body. Another breath in, and a breath out. Bend your front knee, hands to hips, engage your back, look forward as you stand up, and trade legs. Other side, left foot stays, right foot steps back. Now as you step the foot back, turn your toes out slightly. That helps you ground that heel and steer the hips forward. Bend your front knee, so there's a slight bend in the knee, then lift up and take that shape forward over the leg. Once you're there, you re-engage the leg, pressing into your big toe and pulling your hip back. If you can remember a year ago when I practiced with you, I might stand on your big toe, giving you just a little feedback, or slide the hip back. Try to visualize that energy through your body. Another breath in, and a breath out. Lunge, hands to hips. Use your back to bring yourself up and step feet together. Same pose, just a variation. Right foot is forward, left foot steps back. Square hips, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. If you're able to use a straight front knee, you're welcome to. Otherwise, the bent with energy leg is a strong choice. Left hand stays near to your big toe, or you can take the hand outside. You can use a block. Lengthen your spine, inhale, exhale, rotate to your right. Breathe. You can keep your hand on the hip or extend your arm overhead. Another breath in, and a breath out, release. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Hands to hips. Inhale as you stand all the way up, and trade legs. Second side, step your right foot back, left foot is forward. If you're feeling wobbly, I'm commenting because I'm wobbly this morning, you can make some space side to side between your feet so you're not quite on a tightrope. Breath in, breath out, fold. Take an inhale, find a little more length through the leg and the spine, and exhale. Right hand can be inside your right foot or outside if you choose. Lengthen your spine, inhale, exhale, rotate. Hand can stay on the hip, gently guiding the hip backward, or you can open up your arm. Another breath in, and a breath out. Hands to the hips. Look forward as you stand up, and step your feet together. Breathe in, And breathe out. One final standing balance. On your left leg, lift your right hand to knee. If you're able, you can reach for the big toes and extend the leg. If you extended the leg, notice if your spine started to round forward. You want to keep the spine lifted. Proud chest, wide shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your hips stable. Just move your femur to the side. Option to extend your left arm. Gaze can go to the left. The stability and energy is down the standing leg. That grounding sensation gives you freedom to expand through the upper body. Notice if you're contracting anywhere and try to allow that space to expand. Gently return to center, trade legs. Let's do our twist one more time. You can take the arm overhead into your twist, or you can move into the twist however you choose. Another breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, return to center. You can raise your arms if you choose. Exhale, replace your foot. Second side. Standing on the right leg, lift the left knee. Hand below the knee, or if you choose, you can go for the big toe. And notice even there, reaching for the toe, my spine rounded. If I re-engage the leg, I want to re-engage the spine so that the spine is long and strong. My choices for the knee today. Take a breath in, stable pelvis. Exhale, femur to the left. Now the hips want to go with you. You resist. Option to extend the arm and your gaze. Allow the body to widen where it needs to. As you exhale, return to center. Trade hands. Hand can be on the knee or the foot. Left arm can circle overhead or just open on the transverse plane. Wherever you are, breathe. Another inhale. Option to extend your arms, get a little longer. Exhale, replace your foot. Let's do a sun salutation that'll get us down to the mat. Top of the mat, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale your arms above head. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Plant your hands and step or hop high to low plank. We'll meet in downward dog. Cobra. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. A pigeon twisting sequence. Your right leg lifts, bend the knee, and stack your pelvis. Three-legged dog with a twist. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can flip the dog. Enjoy one breath, either in three-legged dog or flipped dog. Then prepare for pigeon. Bring your right foot forward. Lower your hips down. You may choose a block for your bolster. I highly recommend supporting the pelvis. This is an opportunity for those muscles that are chronically working in the hips to release. As you're ready, take the torso forward. You are welcome to stay in this variation, forehead to the floor. You could add a twist to this. Left hand sliding under your right. Once you find the shape, allow your body to melt. Muscles that are exerting effort in the form of tension, gently release from effort. That metaphor can apply to the mind. Thoughts that are gathering or using effort or energy, gently let go of them. Just allow the energy of the mind to rest on the breath. On your next inhale, bring your body back up. We're staying low to the floor. Roll to your right hip and release the left leg. Janu Shirshasana. Your femurs are pointing out to the side, right leg bent, heel near to the perineum. You could bolster that knee if you choose. Laterally bend your spine to the left. Keep your right hip connected to the mat. Option to look skyward. On your next inhale, bring your body up. Place your right hand slightly behind you if you have that block, set it aside. A little hip lift inversion. On one knee, lean your head back. You can even catch the back of your head with your hand. Another inhale. Sit your hips back down, and you circle your torso. As you do so, lift your right hip and do a little butt walk, so your hips are square to the shoulders to the extended leg, the left. Breathe in, breathe out, hinge forward, keeping the spine long as you fold over the leg. If you choose, you can drape the spine. It's a little different experience. Another breath in, and a breath out. Inhale your body up. Take the right foot, step it over your left foot. Sit up tall. Lift the left arm, that'll help you sit up even taller. Then take left arm over right knee. Now the arm isn't doing much work, it's the core, the rib cage, that's helping to rotate the body. You could do this without your arms. Pressing down through the right arm and pressing into your leg actually helps you open up the chest a little bit. Last breath in, and breath out. We're transitioning back to downward dog. You can either, depending on how you're facing your screen, turn around to use the front of the mat, or you can jump back and do downward dog facing the opposite direction. The sequence will retrograde back to the front when we do the other side. So wherever you are, you're in downward dog, preparing to lift the left leg. The left leg lifts on an inhale. Bend your knee and stack your pelvis, and you can enjoy three-legged dog for 3 breaths, or flip the dog. Enjoy another breath in, and a breath out. Return, pigeon. Left shin comes forward. Bolster the left hip as you choose. Actually kind of put it either under the left hip or directly under the pelvis to straddle both hips. A breath in and a breath out, torso down. Option to twist, your right hand can go under your left. Another breath in, and a breath out. Bring your torso up. Transition to your left hip, extend the right leg. Janu Shirshasana. You can use a block under the knee. Take your left arm up and over toward the side, laterally bending your spine, keeping the left hip connected to earth. Inhale the body back up. Replace left hand slightly behind you. Move the block. Then shift your hips forward as you reach your right hand back. Maybe catching the back of your head. That gives me freedom to extend the spine even more. Then release your hips back down. A little butt walk to square your hips. Right leg forward, left leg folded in. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold. You can keep the spine lifted and long. That helps build strength in the postural muscles. If you drape the spine, that helps build mobility in the flexed spine shape. One more inhale. And an exhale. Inhale your body up. Step the left foot over the right. Sit up tall. Option to take your right arm up, getting a little extra length through the body. Right arm over left knee, left hand behind you. Elevate the spine, then rotate. So the effort in your torso is elevating, moving up. That just allows rotation to happen. Last breath in. And breath out. Gently unwind. Cross your feet and jump through. One more time, we'll meet in downward dog. From downward dog, breathe in. And breathe out. Come to the belly. And look to either side. If you choose, you can rest the backs of your hands on your low back with the elbows on the floor. Once again, connecting to what was behind us, reflecting on that back space. Now in the physical body, you're breathing, imagining the lungs rising and softening. Metaphorically, you're acknowledging what has happened in the past. And as you exhale, letting go to move forward. On that note, let's open up through the front body. A little scorpion stretch. Left arm extends, bend your right leg, roll to the left. And you might choose to use a block as a pillow. Or if you don't have a block handy, you can place your fist under your temple. That ends up being a nice place to rest your head. Option to slide your right hand behind your back. Again, becoming aware of that back space. Gently roll to your belly. Do a little scorpion on the other side. Extend the right arm. Bend your left knee and roll to the side. Fist pillow or block pillow, whatever works. Left hand can slide behind your back. And find strength in knowing that we learn from the past and we're stronger and better as we go forward with the wisdom from what we've learned. So the idea of non-attachment, aparigraha, we can acknowledge what has happened in the past, but without attaching and holding on to it. We don't forget, but we also don't attach. As you exhale, gently release. Transitioning to child's pose. You can do another up dog into downward dog, or you can move directly into your child's pose. And this one can be knees together variation, or you can have knees wide. Yogis, I'm mindful of the time, and so if you need to leave, thank you for joining. But if you can stay for a few minutes, let's move on to our back, and we'll take Shavasana. On your back, place your feet on the floor with knees up toward the sky. Take just a moment to let the head, ribs, and hips melt into the floor. One final pose, and you can choose what that pose looks like, yogis. You can do shoulder bridge. You can set up for wheel. You could do an inversion if you're going into shoulder stand. Use halasana to take your body into the position. You might finish with one final twist to each side. Take 1 minute to work on whatever pose you would like to finish your practice. Back bend, inverting, or twisting are all great options. Take another breath or two on this side if you were doing a single-sided twist, and then transition to your other side. If you're in your inversion, you can prepare to come out. It'll take about 3 breaths to come back down to halasana. Similarly, if you're in a back bend, you might tuck your chin and gently start to lower your hips back down. If you're twisting, take another breath or two, and everyone return to your back. Let's finish with happy baby. You could do apanasana, just hugging the knees, anandasana, happy baby, or supta baddha konasana, holding the feet together. Whatever finishing variation serves you. Take 2 or 3 breaths there. As you're ready, make your way toward Shavasana. Extend your legs on the mat. Let your feet fall out to the side. Maybe a little wiggle of your hips, letting the pelvis settle. If you're feeling any tension in your low back, place something under your knees. A block under the knees or a bolster. That little bend to the knees can take tension out of the low back. Palms are open toward the sky beside you, reflecting a sense of openness through the upper body. Scan your body. Notice areas of expansiveness and areas of contraction. Notice your headspace. Notice if you're contracting around a particular thought or feeling, and see if you can expand aparigraha, not attaching to that thought or feeling, expanding away from it, giving that thought space to move or to grow in some other way. Then check in with your spiritual layer, your soul, that part of ourself that's sometimes difficult to discern. But when it's present, when you see great art or hear great music, when you walk in nature or look at the stars, when you're with people you love, that feeling bubbles to the surface unprompted. See if you can access that sense of yourself, your soul or spirit, and acknowledge your cosmic connectiveness. And we'll reside here with the mind, body, and spirit resting comfortably together for a few moments. Gently bring your attention back to your space. Deepen your inhale and exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing movement back to the body slowly. And when you're ready, stretch arms overhead. And roll to the right side, taking a few moments on the right side. As you're ready, press up to a seated position. Hands meet at the center of your chest. Take a moment to send energy in the form of gratitude towards someone or something. Acknowledge the ways in which you've united mind, body, and spirit through your practice and sharing that sense of unity with the world. Namaste.